Rod Giltaca is not the stereotypical gun guy. He didn't grow up on a farm or with guns in the house. He's a former business executive who had never even fired a gun until he was 34 years old. But ever since he fired that first shot, Giltaca has been hooked. And he's devoted himself over the past 5 years teaching others how to master the shooting sports too. Giltaca created Civil Advantage in 2009, offering combat pistol and rifle courses to shooters looking to hone their competitive shooting skills. It has since evolved to also offer the Canadian Firearms Safety Course, a requirement for new shooters to get their gun license.
And that's a big part of Civil Advantage now is working with new shooters. We do some higher end courses, some simunition training, stuff like that for law enforcement or more qualified civilians, but primarily I like to work personally with beginners. It's very rewarding. I've run about 850 people through this course in the last 4 years, so I'm pretty busy as an instructor.
And Civil Advantage is also a YouTube sensation that just recently received 1 million views for Giltaca's videos, which range from gun and gear reviews to legal tips on how to abide by the ever-changing firearms laws.
I'm trying to stick to the roots, to my roots, which is, which is firearm reviews and stuff like that. If I was doing it full time, there'd be 1 million videos on there because I'd be going all day because I got tons of ideas. But firearm reviews and some instructional videos and just some legal information, stuff like that. And I think the biggest passion that I have is educational videos. It's videos for firearm owners or people that are interested to share with people that have never owned a gun or even thought about it, so that we can get some general awareness in Canada about what the rules are and the environment. Those are probably my favorite videos to do.
Last spring, when the RCMP reclassified thousands of Swiss Arms rifles from non-restricted to prohibited, Giltaca got political. What did the Swiss Arms reclassification do for you in terms of your advocacy for the firearms community in Canada?
The significance to me was, I started that YouTube channel 4 years ago. And, it was just kind of crawling along. I was doing firearm reviews and whatever. But I was very careful not to be too political because I'm an instructor with the Canadian Firearms Program. I didn't want trouble that way. I didn't want to make waves. I think I was very, very typical of Canadians that if everything's kind of going okay, then I'll just keep my head down and mind my own business. But then when that happened, it was just a waker-upper. No matter how responsible I am and no matter how much I comply with the law and teach others every weekend to comply with the law, that 100% compliance is what they have to do to be responsible. Here they come again and trying to find some way to put me in jail. And it sounds inflammatory, but in fact that's what it was. Yeah. And it forced me to realize that you have to stand up and you have to say, what you're doing isn't improving public safety. It's putting regular Canadians in jeopardy, people that are the most careful to follow laws. I mean, if I were to have a message for gun owners across Canada, whether you're just a guy with a break action, shotgun in the closet, or you're a full-on, competitive pistol shooter or whatever, you need to pick an organization, you need to get behind it, because the people that we're battling with have limitless resources. It's limitless, and they have 99 or whatever, 90% of the mainstream media behind them. Again, Sun News is the only outlet that's out there that's telling our story, the only one.
In Chilliwack, British Columbia, I'm Bryn Weiss, and this has been a Sun News Special Report.